What is up, Tina? Just Living fam.
Hey, what's happening, guys? Ishu.
Welcome back to another episode of Just Living. So if you don't know who we are, my name is Upoponsele.
And I am the PK.
And we're basically an engaged couple from Durban, just, shooting content, conversations, reviews, and just like talking.
Yeah,
basically.
talking all things life, man.
So soon, basically, we're posting on YouTube right now, but soon our podcast, we will be able to upload everything on like Spotify and Apple Podcast as well. But I think we're still just trying to make sure we have a nice rhythm going, some good quality stuff.
Yeah.
And then, then we're going to hit the podcast markets, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, baby, what we're talking about today. If you want to know, or if anyone else wants to know what this podcast is about, just let them know that
We're just living.
we're just living.
We're just living. Today we're talking about the changes that you have when you have a newborn in your life. Literally the changes that you have to go through, changes that
Literally feels like 10 million years ago.
It actually does, you know. So much
can
has
you
changed.
imagine life before him, like how you were or how we were?
No, maybe just a teensy weeny glimpse of it because of the freedom, but no, not really. Hey, it's kind of just being able to
it's like he's always been here. It feels so weird for me. It feels like, okay, we've always had a Nunu Pai. You know, I can't imagine our lives before we had a Nunu Pai. By the way, Nunu Pai is joining us on today's podcast. We're bribing him with his chippies.
He is the third member of the podcast, as you guys know,
And that's on per.
and if you don't know, now you know.
know.
Nigga. You know, we started this podcast just to have some conversations with each other,
Real
and obviously-
conversations about real things that happen in our lives and
yeah
stuff.
Yeah, especially as a young couple, you know, so many changes at such a young age also. But obviously all the stuff we talk about is relatable to whatever age you are, because changes are changes, whether you 40, 20.
Honestly, I feel like
25,
the change, like today's one, for example, is one that it's whenever in your life you kind of have a baby, you know, all of that stuff kind of changes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, but I want to ask you the first question, right?
Yeah.
Which is, what did you expect versus what you got?
I knew that there was going to be time that I need to take away from my personal time to obviously take care of the baby, but I never knew how much it is. Like, yo, it's everything, man. It's everything. Like, it's everything, not everything, but it's a lot of the time. Not in a negative way, but it's a baby definitely needs more time, more attention.
He definitely intercepts your life a lot more than you expected to. Like he becomes like, it's not like there's time for the baby and time for work and do you know what I mean? He will always be the baby in every single thing that you do. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, he doesn't. You can't
turn it on and off.
Yeah, you can't slot him in a certain.
You can't put him in a schedule.
He needs stuff. You know, you have to be there. You know, you definitely have to be there.
I mean, he's also like a person kind of living his life. You know.
Yeah.
So it's not like.
That's definitely how we've also seen it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this is a person who is starting his own journey, his own life. So we just
that's how we always kind of try to take it in. We're like, okay, you're a person, you're doing your own thing, and we're just kind of here to kind of guide you and be there for you when you need anything.
Yeah.
Because PK and I know we had a big thing about the whole parenting thing, just how we wanted to do it. We didn't want it to be unnecessarily strict or filled with things that have no intention, you know, filled with rules or words or anything that had no intention. Like we wanted to always, whatever we provide our baby, whatever we say to our baby or whatever we do for our baby is with some form of intention, with some form of goal to positively impact his life.
You know, obviously as a parent or as a person who's learning to be a parent, you know that there's certain things that you want to kind of instill and also channel them towards, you have to block off stuff so that you lead them towards the right path. But obviously at the end of the day, they're their own person. They make their own choices. We're just there to guide them to make the right choices. But the changes with the times is definitely one major one, especially when it has to do with your free time and your work, especially if you've got side work or anything like that. And for you, what was the difference between before and after? Like, what were your kind of
my expectations, right?
Yeah.
I think my expectation was that it would be easy to go into a routine. It would be easy to go into a routine because babies more or less act the same from the time they're born until maybe they're a year. That's what I expect. I wasn't even close. I wasn't even close because
so much.
I tried so much to put my son into a routine like we did, So for the first 2 months, he got into a really good sleeping routine, but we knew every 2 hours he's waking up for that first month. Every 2 hours he's waking up. Then we transitioned into like every 3 to 4 hours he's waking up. Do you know what I mean? And then you think, the routine is standard. And then something happens and we're just back to the beginning. Something throws it off. He gets hungry more, or I don't know, just stuff happens during the journey.
When he eats a lot, what's it?
When he's going through his growth spurts. And we're like, what's happening? Wait, we had this down. Okay, we knew exactly what to do at every single time, and now we're lost again. We've had to do so much reshuffling of the schedule and re-agreeing on, so it looks like this is what his schedule is now and stuff. So I guess we can agree that this is how we're going to do things fairly. And then he just changes.
Like even now he's changed. He's still changing. Like it's still changing. He's at a point he wasn't going through the night, and then he started going through the night without waking up and stuff.
And then we had a little problem with the nanny, where the nanny was holding him so much, just cuddling him. So obviously she's like giving him like a granny's love and stuff. But
when
that meant
gone,
for us, when that baby wants to fall asleep, he wants to sleep in arms. He is very determined to sleep in arms.
Sorry, my gain is a bit too much here.
Okay. He is determined to sleep in arms. Like he will not fall asleep unless he's in someone's arms. And that was too much. Like we did not want that for our baby, not because we didn't want to snuggle our baby, but it's just realistically not maintainable in our life. Like it's not maintainable to always wake up to have a baby in your arm.
And also we're trying to teach him some independence,
some sleep independence, because I feel like
able to literally put himself to bed when he was 3 and 4 months. He knew when he was tired, and you could just
put him down because he's tired, and he would fall asleep on his own. And it wasn't even about us. I think it was about knowing him being able to put himself to sleep, him being able to rest if he wants to rest, So that all got thrown out the window, and we had to start again, put him into a routine, which he hated, obviously, because cuddling's way better than sleeping alone in my little cot bed.
And they would just sit. Sometimes, on Saturdays, I'd be like, walking up and down the lounge, and I'm seeing, and they just like cuddled, and he's there like,
and it's all nice and fun. I'm there like,
very nice,
well, this is fun, this is lovely, but mommy can't do that for you later.
We can't do that for you later, Popsy.
Okay, describe the first week that our baby was born in 3 words.
Oof.
We'll put up a picture.
In insomnia. Is it called insomnia when you're not sleeping? But no, insomnia is when you want to.
Yeah, it's when you want to sleep, but you can't.
Okay. Fatigue. A bit of confusion. And prayer, I guess, just hoping that everything is just hoping everything is gonna be fine. Yo,
Sorry.
this is a new human who is breathing, and he is so tiny. He's literally like this tiny. You know, you just want to keep him breathing for as long as possible.
Like, guys,
you know?
My gosh, I can't even.
Are you breathing? Okay, you're breathing. Okay, have you eaten? Okay, let's change your nappy. Okay. Babe,
Okay.
remember that time when I woke up and I thought I had him in my arms?
Oh my word, guys. Oh my word. This is why my 3 words are delusion.
Yeah.
Because guys,
Yo.
I experienced my fiance go through some serious delusion, guys. Like,
I was sleep.
I don't know. Like, he was my fiance. Like, guys, PK was literally sleep babying.
Yeah.
Like, he was sleep babying. Like, he'd wake up. Like, he'd wake up holding the baby.
I feel like I was holding the baby.
He'd feel like he's holding and he dropped them. Like, he'd
literally. Like I dropped them.
Yeah,
and
so
he'd wake up in a
he'd wake
panic.
up like, where's the baby? Where's the baby? Where's the baby? Guys, I literally was out of a movie. I could not believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this about PK. Like, he cannot function without sleep, guys. Like, his delusion is so close to him that he just needs his sleep. He becomes a little monster when he's tired and he needs to sleep. So, So I definitely want to put delusion there.
Yeah.
Bicker, because
yeah, definitely.
Obviously exhaustion.
And
like,
and obviously the bickering is caused by
the exhaustion and the delusion.
Like, no, it's you. No, I did that. No.
Whose turn is it, guys?
No, I did the 2 hours. No.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys. Literally, like, we'd wake up. Okay, we'd hear baby cry, and it'd be like, who's
and
getting
it's
up?
every 2 hours.
Like, who's getting
it was
up?
like at the start it was 2 hours. So imagine, it's not even 2 hours because 2 hours he's up and then we're prepping for his next 2 hours, meaning that in that 2 hours that he is asleep, we're using an hour
to sleep and an hour to prep, basically.
Yeah.
When he does eventually go to sleep and you think to yourself you have 2 hours,
Yeah.
you actually do not have 2 hours, because the first hour is to prep for the next time he wakes up.
Have prep his food and stuff like that.
Yep. And then the other hour is probably you trying to fall asleep. So by the time he's up, it's normally the other person's turn, but then you don't even feel that it's the other person's turn because you're just coming right after, like right after.
And it accumulates.
Yeah. So it doesn't reset every day, by the way.
So just getting an hour's sleep in Jay,
it doesn't reset. It just gets worse. So if we started on Monday, by the time it's Wednesday, we're not just feeling last night's 1 hour sleep. We're feeling the 1 hour of sleep from the Monday. Like I said, guys, I'll put a picture up here, guys. It was hard. It was hard.
Yeah, I think we look so dodgy in those pictures. Like, you don't care about how you look in those pictures.
You don't care about anything. You're just like, you know what? As long as he's eaten, I feel like I've done enough today.
Yeah.
I've achieved enough.
Yeah.
And then for me, I think I will add pain. Even though, okay, I know I said my 3, but I'll definitely add pain, and I'll add like the adaptation, because I had to
pain.
Yeah, because I had to heal from my stitches.
Oh yeah.
Because I had a natural birth, but I had an episiotomy. I think it's called an episiotomy, and I tore very badly. Like, Ndloso was a very big baby.
He was a very big baby.
Yeah. It was crazy.
We'll post the picture of him.
Yeah, he was big during birth. He was 3.8 kgs.
He was big. Like, he's trying to get back to that size right now, but he is.
He's quite a big baby, and
I was there. I just want to say that I was there when he came out. No wonder your land your
no wonder my tails were so small.
Like, the doctor had to pull. He had to pull. He was big.
Don't do natural birth.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Seriously. There's nothing worth it about it. There's nothing cute about it. There's nothing that makes you feel like more of a mom. I took nothing from that experience positively.
Definitely
I always talk about it. I took nothing. Okay. I did not look at that experience and say, I had to fight in order to get my son. No, I don't like pain, and for pleasure, I don't.
It was not needed, Lapan.
It was unnecessary. For real. Like, just do yourself a C-section. I know people are like, it heal. Listen, those tears take just as long to heal. Those episiotomy tears take just as long to heal. So rather do yourself a C-section. God knows that's what I'm doing next. Like, I am never going through that again. What kind of parent have you, what kind of parent have you seen me to be? Like, and did you expect me to be this type of parent?
I think I did expect you to be a very good parent. You know, you are very caring, you're very loving, you're a very loving person. You know? Like it's a lot of emotion, you know, towards the people that you do love, and you do show that. And I know that you're gonna be an awesome mom, like, from the start. You know, you took care of me and stuff, but that's not the obviously, you know. But yeah. And the fact that you had all the research, she did all research even before Nhloso came.
Oh, yeah.
She hella researched and what's needed, how are you going to do this, how are you going to do that. And
mind you, the research just contributes. I was
filled up every time. Yeah. Okay, we're doing this now. So you need to do that. And then I was like, cool. So,
I would say research helps, but I would honestly put it at like a 60%. There's still a whole 40% of stuff that you just don't expect and stuff, and you just learn moving along. But I think if you can research, just do your research, you know. I actually have an app that I used to use a lot of the time, which is the What to Expect app. They have a website as well. It takes you from your pregnancy through birth all the way up until your baby reaches toddler age. So even now I can look up, you know, a 10-month baby, and it'll give me all these really, really useful facts and really, really useful kind of sources to, you know, drain from, so that I'm able to be the best mom that I can be, you know. But in terms of like the parenting, like just the roles, you know, I definitely thought I would be the strict one.
But who's the strict one, man?
You the strict one. You are the strict one. Like,
I'm the fun guy. Jay.
No, okay, Dada obviously.
I told you, Guti, when I'm having my midlife crisis, I'll be bunking with also in college. I told her that when I'm having my midlife crisis, I'll be there with him. It's like bunking, like, what's up?
Yeah, he's like, he's gonna like roll into my baby's room and be like, so what are we up to today?
I'm the fun dad. Okay.
Nah, okay, I really expected me to be the strict mom, but I think PK has a bit more of a strict hand. And I mean, not ridiculously strict, you know, it's never without cause or without reason or like ridiculous. But sometimes I just look at the cute little thing and I'm like, but he's so small. Like, why? Like, why? Do you know what I mean? Like when he doesn't want to sleep, and it's so sad. Oh, man. Yeah, so that is definitely the strict parent. But I will say that you actually also are very free with your love and very free with your affection, which I love, because I feel like Nhloso will grow up and not feel like he has to be this stern, non-emotional person, because his dad is so comfortable with showing every kind of emotion, you know, like happiness, love, hugs, kisses. Like, I don't think he lacks that from his dad, or I don't think he'd grow up and be like, that's more mom's thing than dad's thing, you know. Like, I think PK is so comfortable with how he feels that he's able to give that kind of feeling and comfortability to the baby. So I feel like I'm very kind of positively looking forward to him growing up to kind of see you as a dad, because
this combination, I'm also like very curious to see what type of person he's gonna be. Definitely.
I mean, we've been watching him develop a lot, and I would honestly say he's very fearless. Like, he's very fearless,
he has and
confident. Like when he goes all hyperactive and he's just so free. Like, I really hope he keeps that trait in him, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so what lesson would you say Nhloso has taught you?
Patience. Probably not even patience, because I don't think I've learned that all things are possible, you know? I think I had back even before we met, you know, remember I told you, Gucci, I thought that I was supposed to basically pass away. I think it was back in 20... What was it? Is it in 2020? I think about 2012. No, about 2011, 2012 there. You know, like I felt like, and then I never thought that I could have, you know,
a family,
or, you know, I feel like I had everything sorted, or I had imagined my life up to a certain point, and then from that point onwards, I didn't know
what was happening, what
was happening, what was going on. And with what happened with Kanyisa, I really thought that I was a what's this word, when something that is not supposed to be there, but it's now there, you know, because obviously I was protected from obviously not passing away at that point. So what's this word? It's literally on the tip of my tongue.
I mean, I can't think.
Not enigma. I'll remember this word. But with what happened with Kay also, I thought that like I can't have kids because, you know, I'm not supposed to be here. You know, I can't carry on. I can't carry on the lineage of obviously
your blood,
my blood, because I'm not supposed to be here. So I always thought that. So him being here, it was like a blessing, and just knowing that, you know, it's not like that, like at all, you know, like it's definitely different. So it taught me, you know, that it's sometimes it's all in our heads, you know. We think about stuff and we rationalize stuff and we make a decision about stuff, but it's not it, you know. It's all on God.
I love that, babe. Like, I really love that, because I honestly do feel like also with Kay, I also thought that I was not deserving to be a parent, or not deserving to be like someone's mom. I thought God blesses certain types of people with that kind of stuff, and you know, there's people that fit in more in that role, and I don't think God picked me to be that, you know, which was difficult. I mean, it was difficult to kind of accept, you know, it was difficult to think about, you know. So for also to even just be here and to be alive, like, it really did show me how amazing God is, and how strong faith is in both God and our ancestors. And it showed me like how taking a leap of faith sometimes can pay off, you know, because we've had to take lots of leaps of faith, and some of them didn't work out, and some of them crushed us, you know, and it was like, okay, you know what? It's not always going to crush you. Like, taking a leap of faith is not always going to crush you. Sometimes it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to give you a beautiful, healthy baby boy. And it's going to be magical, you know? And then I also think it also taught me the art of letting go and just letting things be. Like, so much of my life, I thought I kind of had some form of control over. Some form of, like, I need to do things this way in order to make sure that it does work out and stuff. Do you know what I mean? But it also was like, no, actually, like, he taught me, like, or him being around taught me that it's okay to just let things go and just not be the driver. Sometimes just let God drive your life. Sometimes just let the ancestors drive your life, and it's okay. It'll be okay, you know. They have you, they love you. But you know what I mean? So I think that's a major one.
Just got a bit deep there.
Oops.
Okay. But you know, this is stuff that, you know, we've gone through, and you know, it's all in our heads, you know, and just speaking about it like right now. You know?
So are you the same person you were before Ndloso, would you say?
Like how?
The stuff you're into, or your mental change or development, or anything like that?
I think I'm definitely still the same person. The only thing is that I had to learn, you know, new time management things to help me with the new addition to the family. But I still feel like I'm the same person. You know, I wasn't like bad or you know, and then it also came in, and then
you're know, like,
I saw this light, and like, I'll never do that again. Oh my gosh, no. No, I think I'm the same person, but obviously the love in the family, you know, I feel like it increased. Like,
surprisingly, we didn't change much. Like, we didn't change much, you know. I thought that our relationship, like our dynamics, would probably change a lot, because I thought, like, obviously having a baby just turns you into a different person.
You know what? I also think it's because we already shedded that skin of who we really are. You know, we spoke about it in the previous episode. If you haven't watched the previous episode, go watch that one. But we've shedded who we are, you know. This was us before Ndloso came. So when Ndloso came, you know, we couldn't change anything else because
it was who we are.
Yeah. So we just carried on. The only thing that we had to kind of was just the time management, how we do this, how we do that. But
adapting to having a new human in our lives.
Yeah.
I agree. But I will say that for me personally as a mom, there were some identity glitches at the beginning because when you're a mom, you think about a lot of stuff. I mean, your body changes so much and stuff. And you kind of worry, like, are you ever going to go back to being like that hand? You know what I mean? Like, because, you know, me, like, I'm like, you know, like, just like hot, sexy. Like, can you be hot and sexy and be a mom? Do you know what I mean? Can I feel the confidence that I felt before I had a baby, you know, because I'm going through so many body changes and your body just doesn't look the same and stuff. And I was like, geez, like my confidence, like who I see when I look in the mirror is a huge part of who I am. It's a huge part of there were parts that I appreciated about myself and that I loved about myself and that, you know, pumped up my confidence. And it was like, am I going to lose those parts now that like I have a baby, you know, is that part of me going to be gone forever? And all that healed that was time. I just needed time, you know, I just needed to go through the months to watch my body go back, to feel my old self kind of coming back into being me. And then that's the only way that I was able to realize, Uguti, I actually didn't lose me. I just went into... I was just hibernating. I was hibernating because I was in a different point in my life, and there were a little bit of, you know, more important things to kind of focus on, i.e. my son. But when I was when the old me was ready to come out, she just naturally came back. I don't know if that makes sense, but
better too, because you're way more slimmer. And you love that.
I love that. He knows that. He's like, PK's always trying to make me gain weight. Like, I'm there like,
how though?
Because babes, like, I'd be like, babe, I'm trying to lose weight, and like, then there'll be like a gigantic slab of chocolate or something. I got us this, or what are we getting for takeout? And they're like, oh my gosh, this guy.
Go guy, eat.
But okay. So then, once we got the baby, what kind of what made you decide on a nanny so soon, especially?
Oh, Dad, you can't. Okay, we've spoken about this, you and I. You know, as much as we have a baby, our lives are still going on. You know, both of our lives, and obviously the life of Untlo also as a baby. You know, and we can't suppress one, you know, for the other, because it'll always have a bad effect. So we've always spoken about this. I mean, you spoke to me about this for the first time, saying like we can't push one and then like
let the
suppress the other,
like,
you know?
Everyone has to be happy. Everyone has to be getting enough, you know. I can't be giving also so much that I'm not getting enough, but his bottle is full, but mine is empty, and ours is empty, you know. That was one of those things that were
so
important.
Definitely a nanny is needed. No ways, like no ways, guys. Like,
we went through how many weeks without a nanny? It was 2 weeks.
We've changed nannies like 3 times already. It's only 10 months. You have to watch them because some of them are wrong.
Sadly, I think some of the nannies beforehand came in with a good intention. And then once you stick around and I guess you observe certain stuff, or you think you know certain things about us, then you kind of start acting weird, like, or there's just new energy, you know, maybe like start slacking, or I don't know, like just the attitude, like now there's no more mutual respect, you know, between both parties, which PK and I are very big on respect of both parties, you know. So I think for me, a nanny saved my life.
It saved both our lives.
It saved both our lives. There's no way you're able to do it. Okay, I remember I had about 2 weeks with Untlo also, where it's just been me and him on my own, right? And at this point, I wasn't even studying or anything. I was just being a mom. But the cleaning, the baby,
yes,
you somehow having to rest between those intervals, having the changing, making yourself food, making the family food, like feeding your baby, making sure he's always fed and always full, he's always clean, like it's too much.
Yeah,
it's too much. It's too much to the point where when I am trying to give Nunu Pice my all, it's still not enough for him. So I think, for example, I didn't want to get to a point where Ndloso was not getting enough from me because I just couldn't give enough. So rather there is someone who I know is giving Ndloso 100% of her time, of her attention, of everything. And
but obviously that is just I just call it admin stuff. You know, that he's fed, he's bathed, he's bun.
But I'm there for all the deeper stuff, you know, like I'm there for all the I'm there, like if he's sick, I'm there if he's not feeling well, I'm there if something's odd. I'm still raising him, you know, I'm exploring his emotions, exploring his changes. You know, I'm not missing out on being a mom. It's just I can actually be free to be the best mom I can be because my mind is also not obsessing over making sure that the dishes are washed and that, you know, the clothes are washed and that the bed is made and all of that stuff. Like I can focus a lot more of my time on raising my son without feeling like it's taking from me or it's drying me out. Do you know what I mean? So I think I appreciate it, and I honestly think if you can just get one, like, and just see, it's just gonna help you so much. I mean, even if you start out getting a cleaning lady that you just know, okay, if right now you're super protective of your baby, just know that at least there's someone who's cleaning the house and then you can be the one to look after the baby. I know that was our mom-in-law's, my mom-in-law, his aunt. That was her advice. She was like, you know, you just get someone who you know will be taking care of the cleaning and the cooking sometimes, so that you can be a good mom as well, and you can also still feel rested. It's such a good investment, especially when you find someone who's good. Like I think our nanny right now. She's obviously very old-fashioned because she's a granny and stuff, but she just has lots of love, you know. And sometimes her love can be very displaced, or it can be things that like don't really make sense to us, where they're like, what are you doing? It's very funny. But she's so sweet.
We'll probably tell the story about how she relaxed our kids' hair just randomly. Like, oh, okay.
I came home to my baby's hair relaxed, guys. I'll have to talk about that story another time.
And
but
toothbrush, that's a story for another day,
guys. We actually need to do a mukbang story time of that, because what we need to actually do like a collection of weird things our nannies have done.
Oh, that's gonna be an interesting one. That is gonna be interesting.
And for you, like, I'm actually kind of wondering, how did you establish the trust? Because for me, it was fine, with the nanny, with every new nanny that came, because now you have to reestablish trust with them holding the baby, being around the baby and stuff, which I know if I was not home during the day, that would end me. Like, Mom, that would end me.
That is your territory. Like, that's your territory. The trust thing. Vibes, or you know, something like, because I mean, I'm not
PK was like PK's like,
I'm not sure, but looks and stuff, I'll tell you straight up, like I'm not too sure about
he's
this
not
one.
Too sure,
so you have to kind of take, you know, a deeper look whether, you know, can we trust her or not.
He was definitely like, okay, I mean, we're getting a nanny, but you need to sort all that stuff out. I can't. And I think it's important to mention that you embarked on your honors journey right when we had a new baby. So now we have PK, who has to be at work, who has to do well in school, who has to also be a good dad somewhere, fit it in somewhere.
And my content on the side, and the side project.
His YouTubes. Man, and your company is obviously on the side, like by cloud and stuff. You had to tackle so much.
It's been a lot this year, and Jane. We're gonna have a nice sit down maybe next year when everything has been ironed out
a little bit,
and then the story. We'll just have a mukbang for that one.
I don't know if next year is gonna be ironed out though.
I'm not too sure myself.
It's tough. It is. It's tough. I think if I were to give some more advice, I would say, honestly, have a baby because you want to. Like
Yeah,
for
yeah,
real, for real. Have a baby because you want to. Do not have a baby for anyone else. Do not have a baby to sacrifice anything. Do not have a baby out of pressure or out of, you know, feeling like this is the right thing to do. Literally have a baby because your heart wants one, because
be ready.
there's too much non-pretty stuff that happens in the background that could make you maybe even start to resent your baby, or start to repel or run away or feel overwhelmed or not be happy with your life, that if you didn't want this baby, it's just too much for any human to take on.
No, definitely.
It's just too much.
I remember you saying that to me, Uguti, you know, like you really need to be ready. Because for Untlose, you know, we kind of had the conversation. It wasn't like a mistake or anything. Yeah. We kind of had that conversation, and promises were made that flights are going to be taken somewhere. But that's a story for another day.
Well, someone owes me a trip to Thailand now that obviously we have a baby, but
yeah.
It's fine. We can talk about that
it's a conversation, and you need to you kind of need to be, you know, ready. You're never ready, but you need to kind of make the decision that you want the baby right now. It's the best to have a decision, sit down, obviously, besides everything else, which, you know, what's it called? Surprises do happen.
Okay, what do you miss? Like 100% honesty. What do you miss?
You know, I'd say that I would miss my quiet times, but I have my quiet times now, you know, with the nanny, and obviously you taking care of Unulu Pies sometimes when I get back from work and on weekends. I think I'd probably be being selfish if I said that I missed more quiet time. I definitely do have quiet time. You know, obviously more is
PK has always
bad.
been big on quiet time. He's never been like I want to go out with the boys. He's just like, I want to sit on my own on my laptop and just like
figure stuff out, see what's
do
new.
things. You know, that's his kind of peace. You know, it's more like just chilling at home and just being on his own and feeling like he has no kind of commitments or anything like that. That's always been major to him.
And what have you missed?
Now nothing, because I can drink wine again, and you know I can like
feel weird.
I don't feel weird. My body's not feeling odd again. Do you know what I mean? But when I was breastfeeding, oh my gosh, guys, oh my word, I missed everything. Like I missed simple things, like just sleeping at night without a bra on, like sleeping at night without something that's good, like, do you know what I mean? Having non-leaking normal boobs that don't get sore if you don't pump for too long. Like the commitment to, I was an exclusive pumper, but the commitment to pumping and to being a mom, like it's crazy. Like the minute the baby goes down, it's probably time for you to pump. Then you're done pumping and you think you're going to get time to rest, but it's actually time for him to wake up now. It's a cycle. Like it's such a vicious cycle that I miss just not needing to do stuff like that. Like, because I've never had to be tied back. Like I have small boobs. I've never had to wear a bra in my life. Like I'm not a bra-y person. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it was like,
I like your small boobs.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. And I never had to kind of, you know, worry about stuff like that. Now you're worried about your boobs oozing. Ugh, you don't wear clothes the same. They're clothes that you can't wear because now your bra and the clothes, and it was terrible. I think that actually wraps it up, babe.
Yeah.
Unless you have a little bit more that you'd like to add on to, you know.
No, I think that does. I was just saying that obviously there's a lot of other changes that do happen. You know, we just covered you know,
the ones we remember, the ones that aren't stored away in a deep part of our brain because they were traumatizing. Those ones we don't know. But I think I've been enjoying the kind of parental avenue that we've taken, you know. I'm definitely glad that we started when we started. For sure. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. We super appreciate it. Please do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and help us reach 100
and that bell notification,
and that's on per.
Thank you guys. Thank you for watching.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
All right, and if you haven't watched any episode 1 or episode 2, we'll link those now. and you can go check those ones out.
Yes.
What's up?
Bye, guys.